growing up, your dad was a carny?
Mm-hmm.
Now I can't even imagine what that's like. What was it like? Because you were all over the country, right?
Well, we traveled with a certain fair circuit that was like through Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Virginia. And it was called Ken Penn Amusements. And so they had their spots mapped out. And it was super fun, let me tell you. I mean, I grew up with 5 kids in the family. I'm the youngest. Everybody manned a different game. My father had the crazy ball birthday game, a basketball joint, a balloon dart game, and I could ride the rides all day long.
Was there weird shit like beware the 2-headed cow?
Yes, exactly. There was a 2-headed cow that traveled with us and a bearded lady and a tattoo.
It was really a 2-headed cow.
There was really a 2-headed cow that traveled with us. Yes. How did you know that 2-headed cows? I mean, they really existed.
I remember being at fairs up in Orange County in New York and going once, and it was just like, I'm this little boy and I'm see the 2-headed cow and and it was frightening. It was like, oh my God.
Frightening. You know? And there's like a fetus like that's inside of a jar with formaldehyde.
Yeah.
It's all real stuff. Yeah.
Did that freak you out or you just kind of got used to it pretty quickly?
I got used to it, I guess. It didn't scare me at all. That's probably why I did do horror movies and did do like freaky things.
Because nothing really ever affected you.
Nothing fazed me. Like I still today, I don't get fazed by things.
Are your folks still with you?
No.
Is it recent or has it been a while?
It's been a while. My dad passed away like 20 years ago. I mean, being part of that whole, they called him Whitey, and they said he was the best mic man in the business. And, he was great at card games, card tricks. He was great at calling people in to, hey, Chestine, come on in here. Let me show you how to win one. Chestine, like what is that?
What is that?
I don't know. It's a little rude, but he was.
Hey, back then.
Back then you could get away with it.
You got away with everything.
Yeah.
Right.
He was a big drinker, big gambler. You have to be a gambler to do that kind of life and have 5 kids.
How was their marriage though?
Oh, okay. Now you're getting into some personal shit. Yeah. My dad was like forever having affairs with different ladies on the road all the time.
And your mom knew it?
Sometimes no.
And she stayed with him?
Yeah. He would leave and have an affair with a woman and then come back to my mom and then leave and come back. So sometimes we were on the road, sometimes we weren't. It was a very fractured
Did you
childhood.
see him on the road with women?
One woman in particular, yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
That stayed with you?
Oh, yeah.
Because you hadn't seen it before.
Yeah. This is like Barbara Walters' moment now. Yeah, I could start crying.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was terrible.
That's horrible. It's funny because when I was a kid, I always thought my mom was having an affair. Always.
Really?
I'd come home from school walking up the street and thinking if there's a man in the house, I'm going to kill him. I'm thinking of a way to kill him.
Was that just a fear you had or was it based on something?
No, she was really flirtatious and very, all over the place. And, she would flirt with men in front of the kids. And I just think that was her nature and she didn't realize how it was affecting those around her. And she was just a people person, a people pleaser. And, and so I always had that fear. I remember going to my grandmother as a little boy. My brother went with me and when we were staying at my grandmother's house during Christmas and we both went up to my grandmother and said, I think, mom's having an affair or, I'm like, what do you mean? Well, and she always flirts with men in front of us and it makes us uncomfortable.
That's weird. Well, what
did
she say?
My grandmother said, what are you doing? Michael and Eric just came up to me and she's like, oh, they're crazy. I don't know why they would think that. Huh. And so she just always.
Well, what about your dad? Where was he?
I think he noticed it, that she was a flirt and she was this. And, it definitely, I'm sure it emasculated him to some degree. It's not, he's working hard and he's like, is my wife. And they were, he was crazy in love with her. But, and to this day, I don't really know. I never saw her have an affair. I don't know. So
do you think she was committed to your father or was that?
I don't know.
Because when people do things like that, and I've had boyfriends like that were very flirtatious with other people, and they'd be like, what is that? It's a way for you not to connect with your person because they call it something like avoidant attachment or something,
right,
where they can't really really have a close relationship with somebody. And there's marriages like that for sure.
Maybe I guess I could understand.
And maybe
that.
my mom had that too, because my mom's father was an alcoholic.
Jeez.
And
her husband.
And her husband. And so of course you go for somebody that's like what for a similar situation. So it could be that.
Did you ever, like when that happened, when you saw your dad with this woman, did it trigger like any sort of anxiety or depression in you?
Totally.
You suffered from anxiety as a kid?
No, not really. Not anxiety or depression. Not that specifically, but I do remember getting really sick to my stomach and not being able to eat for many days when I realized what was going on. And now when I have an upset moment in my life or something, I have such an upset stomach. It just goes to my stomach. So it's just that. But I'm not an anxious...
Not an anxious person?
No, not at all.
Really?
No.
You just go with the flow?
I pretty much go with the flow.
Do you sort of let it kind of fester? Like things build up and you're like, I'm fine until you blow your lid?
No, I'm not one of those people.
No.
No. Mm-mm.
You speak your mind pretty quickly?
I do speak my mind, yes. I talk it through with people. If I'm concerned or upset or I have an issue about something, I always talk to people about it.
Do you raise your voice?
Not so
Are you
much.
a yeller?
No.
See, I don't see that in you. Yeah.
No. Mm-mm. I'm pretty calm, but I don't know, friends of mine who follow astrology, I'm a Capricorn.
I'm a Cancer.
I'm a Cancer moon.
Yeah. We're very sensitive.
We're very sensitive, but with a Capricorn, that's like mental, and Cancer is very heartfelt. And so people have told me I'm very balanced because I'm, if my moon is in Cancer and my sun sign is in Capricorn, those are 6 signs apart. So 6 signs apart, having that strong of an influence makes me have a good foundation and balanced. So,
did you ever tell your mom about it?
Oh my God.
Like, Mom, he's having an affair.
No, I mean, I was right. Oh my God, Michael, I don't know we're going to do this. But anyway, yes, we'll go with it because whatever happens in life is what you have. This is the show, man. This is what you have to talk about.
I mean, we don't have to.
No, okay.
We could change.
No, we will. See, even the dogs are like,
yeah, they're like, don't leave her alone. No, I'm just curious as to like when a kid, because I went through sort of.
Yes, I know. You and I have talked about this before. Yeah. Yes. I mean, at the time, my dad was like seriously considering leaving my mom for probably the 8th time with this woman who worked for us. And I just saw it going on. And, I mentioned it to my dad and to my mom. And, I think I was probably 10 at the time. So they didn't really want to talk to me about it in any sort of intelligent way. It was sort of like I was pushed to the side. But years later, when I was probably in college, I tried to talk to my mom about all this stuff. But I'll tell you another good story about my dad, but I'll get my mom out of the way first. And I tried to talk to my mom, and I was like, Mom, I need to talk to you about what happened in our childhood. I mean, this is insane what you went through and what Dad did to you, and how you let it happen and how that's affected me. And I want to talk to you about it. And she started crying. And she couldn't discuss it with me.
It's too hard.
It was too hard for her. And so we didn't talk about it. And then I think I tried again a couple years later, and she cried again. And, my poor mother, she just wasn't capable of it. So we never really got into it. She didn't want to
address it.
No.
She tried to just keep it like it wasn't real. She knew. She was smart. She knew.
She knew, but she just focused on other things.
And she stayed with him.
She stayed with him until when I moved to Los Angeles and I got my first big job and I made a lot of money. I went to my mother and I said, you need to get a divorce from this man.
You said that?
Yes. And I said, because I can't take it anymore. And she said, okay. And I paid for her divorce from my father.
Did he resent you for that?
No.
He knew that you kind of instigated that whole thing?
Yes.